This is verse 13 of the 15th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. The disciples have just expressed their concern to Jesus that the Pharisees were offended because Jesus had dressed them down a little bit in responding to their criticism of his failure to abide by the tradition of the elders, pointing out that they themselves were disregarding the law of God, a vastly more weighty matter. The disciples are a little worried that the disciples could create some problems for Jesus because of their political influence. And so they mention this to Jesus, and he, of course, gives this well-known answer. So, ho, this is an article, can function as a pronoun. That's what we have here. So he, apokrithes, from apokrinomai, means to answer. This is an aorist participle. So he, having answered, postpositive da, apen, said, from lego, I say, third person singular, aorist active indicative. So he, having answered, said, pasa, this is from pas, pasa, pan. In the singular it means every. In the plural it'll mean all, typically. This is the singular for the feminine nominative, so every, phuteia. The word for plant, you'll notice it's the same word that we have here. This is the verb form. The noun form is back here. So we have the every plant, noun. Ain, this is a relative pronoun. In the accusative, it's going to be the direct object of the verb that's coming. Every plant which not planted, third person singular, aorist active indicative. So every plant not planted. The subject of this verb is ho pater, the father of me, and then ho orenois, the heavenly, so the heavenly father, or my heavenly father. So every plant which my heavenly father did not plant, then ekridzo thesitai, from ekridzoo, rids, that little root there is from the word for, I should have put it over here, rids is from the word for root. The ek means to root out. That's the meaning of the fundamental verb, ekridzo. This is the third person singular future passive indicative. It will be rooted out. So Jesus answering says that every plant that the Father did not plant is ultimately going to be rooted out, suggesting that they shouldn't be so worried about the fact that the Pharisees were scandalized by Jesus' remarks because their own days are numbered, as it were. Not, of course, referring to a final judgment, but really the judgment that's going to take place in time, as judgments are going to befall the ancient Old Covenant system, giving way for the New Covenant that's brought in by Jesus.